I Don't Get It
Podcast.
Hey guys, welcome to the I Don't Get It podcast. It's Ashley I.
It's Lauren Alexandra.
You remember that's Lauren's porn star name / her new podcast name. Today we have a very interesting topic to discuss. Lauren?
I feel like we've touched on this a little bit before, but we're going to get a little more in depth.
I don't think we've touched on it.
Really?
Do you guys poop and fart in the presence of your significant other? So as somebody who's never had a significant other, I'm not really sure how this goes, but I do know that when Jared stays over, if I really need to fart, I'll just go to my own couch and I'll put on a blankie, and if I really need to let anything out, I'll let it out then under the blanket.
But in your dream relationship in the future, when you do have a husband, what do you hope for the future in your farting relations?
I would hope that I could fart in front of them, but like not excessively. What I'd want to do is to be honest and be like, hey, that big dinner with a lot of milk and cheese really isn't settling with me very well right now. I'm going to go over to the other couch and put a blankie on and do my thing.
Calling it a blankie rather than a blanket makes it so much smellier, just so you know.
A blanket. So I think like I don't want to fart in front of him, but I'd like to be honest with
like I'm doing it right now.
I need to do this right now. Because I think I have a bloating problem. I think like I'm either I have slight gluten intolerance, not an allergy, or I definitely have lactose intolerance, which is definitely getting worse with age. So at the end of the day, not necessarily during the day, I don't fart that much during the day, but after dinner, full-fledged, I'm like 7 months pregnant, and we call it my little alien, my little baby. Like sometimes I'll just pull my pants down and put my hands underneath my belly button, and I'll be like, oh, the baby, that's my little baby. And then I'll like actually think about being pregnant. I'll be like, wait, this is cute. Wait, I want a baby. And then like 5 minutes later, I do not want a baby. But so I definitely have some gas issues, and
Like you can't hold it in, or it's not good for your body. It's painful.
it's so painful.
You got to let it out one way or the other.
Yeah. It'll make me uncomfortable and not myself.
Yeah, you
If
won't
I'm
be able
keeping
to
it
laugh
in.
freely.
I can't laugh. I can't talk. I'm like, can you please get away from me? And all I'll be thinking is, I need you to get away from me
And
so I can
guys
fart.
love like putting their hand like around your stomach or on your waist.
Ew,
it's like,
no.
dude, get that fucking shit away from me until I fart.
I know. Also, I don't burp. Like, this is the thing. Like, I maybe burp like once every other month.
I've just started burping. Yeah,
Just like
I
a
just-
little thing. Like, I don't understand when people are like, bleh.
I have to do that.
It's so gross.
I've started doing that because I think that it'll help with my farting situation because guys can tolerate the burping more than the farting.
Well, to me, I don't know how to burp. Like, it just doesn't come. It always comes out my butt. And, Lauren, did you teach yourself to burp?
Yeah.
How?
I don't know. I just let
you
it.
just do that?
No, that wasn't real.
Oh.
But I just like open your mouth and let it come.
No, it's not working for me.
I don't think to just eat in or drink a soda or something.
I don't think it's going to work for me ever. So
We thought we'd have a couple experts on the podcast
we
today.
would, and we're going to get to two of your very favorite Bachelor family couples soon. But before we get them on the phone, I do want to talk about pooping, which is a whole other territory. I know that when there's a boy over, whether or not I like him or not, I always take a shower whenever I have to poop because, I'll poop and then I'll flush and then I'll get into the shower, which was running beforehand. And then I'll get like all my body wash and the shampoo and it'll all smell good. And then they would never, ever know. But if you're married and you're living in like a 1-bedroom apartment, like we're not talking about if you have multiple bathrooms. If you have multiple bathrooms, then you can get away with it. By the way, our mom, she like has her own bathroom, but she will only poop in that one bathroom. And my dad never has to smell. So I don't know what she does when they're on vacation.
Edgar.
What do you think mom does when mom and dad are on vacation? They're sharing the same bathroom.
That's why she says, go down without me. I'll meet you there. I'm pretty sure.
You think so?
Yeah.
Like if we're on a cruise, she'll have dad meet her at dinner
Or
and
like meet
she'll
you at
go
breakfast. Or, I mean, I know my
you
dad
think so?
wakes up and takes a shit. I know this. So he gets that out of the way while mom's asleep still.
Do you think mom goes? I think mom goes in the morning.
I think that happens with old age.
I don't get it. I go in the afternoon pretty much.
Pretty
Unless
much
I drink
3 o'clock.
Well, yeah, or if I have coffee and a lot of water, that'll get it going in the morning. Lauren, why are you always yawning?
Because it's 5:30, which is literally my nap time.
She's so crazy. She's an actual child. Okay, so yeah, I don't know. I can't ever imagine pooping in front of my spouse.
Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't want him smelling it. I wouldn't want him hearing it. That's disgusting.
If he knows I did it, that's fine as long as he doesn't see the remnants.
Oh, really? I don't
Yeah.
even want him to know I'm doing it, which is so funny because I'd be free and open with farting because it's only air. It's just smelly air.
But smelly air is almost worse.
No, it's not. The fact that like a big chunk of your like it just like something coming through your body, it's brown and gross. That's disgusting. It comes out of like the area that he like puts his peen in and stuff.
Well, I just hope that my husband is cool with it.
So you would be okay with pooping in front of your husband?
Not in front of him.
Not in front of him, obviously.
But farting at will.
All right. Well, I do think that if I were to change my diet, I'd probably be a little less gassy. And you know what can help with that? Beachbody On Demand. Beachbody On Demand is the total solution for health, fitness, and weight loss. Members get convenient access to over $6,000 of the most effective fitness and nutrition programs ever created from world-class super trainers. So you're saying, Ashley, do you really need to do this? Like, you look pretty good. Well, yes, I do, because when I go up the stairs, I get a little winded. So what I want is a routine that I can just squeeze into my day, watch TV, and work out and get my heart rate up a little bit, my blood pumping. This Beachbody On Demand really helps with that because you can design a regimen that's right for you. Some of the videos that they have available for you are programs that you will recognize. It's P90X, T25, the 21-day fixed extreme, insanity. All those things are accessible on your computer, a web-enabled TV, tablet, smartphone. You can even do it in a hotel room if you're a big traveler like me. My listeners can claim a free 30-day membership. Just text GET IT, one word, no spaces, to 303030 and get a full 30 days of access to this entire platform for free. Aren't those couples that keep the door open while pooping just the weirdest?
That kills the romance for sure.
That's
like,
disgusting.
I think that I could handle seeing him poop. I wouldn't care, but I don't want him seeing me poop.
You know, that's funny because you know how Mr. Big, tell him about the one time, I think we may have brought it up one time. He was like, he'd like fart really loudly and it would smell really bad. And then I would laugh and then I'd say, can I get a goodnight kiss? And he'd be like, you can get goodnight farts. And I was like,
That is so cute.
okay. Like, I think like, I thought that was pretty funny. Like, I liked that. And I liked how comfortable he was around me that he could freely fart and joke about it.
Yeah.
So I think it's okay if guys do it, but if girls do it, farting, general consensus, after being in a relationship for a while, I think the girl can be honest about if she's a little gassy.
Yeah.
But I don't think that she should poop in front of him. But why am I saying there's a double standard here? I'm legitimately saying there's a double standard.
I want to remain sexy to him.
Okay.
If he chooses to do it in front of me, I don't give a shit. So like he can do that. But I myself wants to remain a little sexy.
Okay. I think I agree.
Yeah.
But you would still fart in front of him, right?
It would depend if it was going to be really smelly or not.
Your husband?
I'm sure it'll get to that point eventually. But maybe the first year I would hold in my really smelly ones.
Okay, just the whole thing about the farting for me is that, you know, you just have to live life and you have to enjoy like your body and you have to feel comfortable in your jeans.
Yeah.
And I just don't want to talk to anybody if I'm holding in too many farts. Anyway, so you guys now know all about my digestive tract and it's time to call Jade and Tanner. All right, so we're going to get them on the phone and we're going to talk about how open they've been with farting and pooping since they got married just about a little over a year ago. All right, so we were just talking about pooping and farting in relationships, and of course, you guys have been married for a year. And how has the farting and pooping in front of each other changed over the course of your relationship?
Well, I waited until after Paradise to start farting in front of her.
Yeah, he tricked me. He held it in the whole time in Paradise, and we spent 24/7 together. I don't know how he did it. He was probably in pain.
Aw.
But now he just lets him fly.
Gotcha.
But in Paradise, didn't you have some digestive problems, Jade? So you had to be pretty open at the beginning.
Well, yeah, because I don't know if you remember, but I didn't poop for 10 days.
So bad.
This is news to our listeners, and you guys, she looked 7 months pregnant. Or not 7,
Jesus
5.
Christ.
You looked 5, right?
Oh my God, it was terrible. And I remember like Tinley used to massage my colon. We used to like lay on the bed and she would like massage my stomach and say she was like massaging my colon just so I could go to the bathroom. But it was terrible. But I think because I was so plugged up, I didn't have any gas either in Paradise.
That's right.
I spent my whole life looking for a girl who didn't poop.
And you found one.
Like, if you hold everything in long enough, it just doesn't come out after a while.
Oh my
Finally
gosh.
found one.
Jade, what eventually got you to go? Tell them about all the things you had to do in order to get it to come out.
I mean, I stopped drinking alcohol, and I was just drinking like those Pedialytes like crazy. The nurse there was giving me like not like laxatives, but like stool softeners, and then Carly gave me a suppository. I mean, I was doing everything. I mean, I don't think I really had a good one until maybe 5 days after we left Paradise.
So it was even beyond your fantasy suite weekend where you got to be alone together in the honeymoon suite?
Yeah, because I think my body just couldn't handle, the heat in Paradise, and probably, I mean, I wasn't stressed, but
You're probably dehydrated too.
Yeah, you had the heat stroke.
yeah, I think that's what set it off.
I think you're right. Wasn't that right before the whole constipation started?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, you guys had to face this issue pretty early on because it just was so uncomfortable there. So it probably made the whole topic a lot less challenging to bring up.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't hide it from Tanner. I mean, I would tell him, I'd be like, "Oh my God, I got to see the nurse. I haven't pooped." Like when it's all you can think about, like, I'm just gonna tell him.
But when you're just so beautiful and perfect, a little pooping incident is nothing to Tanner. It's like, I got Jade. You know what? I can handle her constipation.
As Tanner called you, the kingpin of Paradise.
Was it the kingpin?
Yes.
Is that what you call it?
I watched that episode last night with a couple friends who had never seen it. So, yes, I remember the kingpin line. All right. So then, also, Tanner, if he could get away with farting in Paradise because you are in open air and it does seem to smell a little bit less, you can crop dust a lot there. I think I would crop dust a lot.
Yeah, I just waited till I was downwind from Jade.
Yeah, I would walk around before rose ceremonies up in the girls' room, just like walking around the room, getting it out so that I would look like my stomach was really flat before fitting into a new dress.
Yeah, there's not a better feeling than when you're first dating someone and you like hold it in like all night, and then that morning, as soon as you get away, just letting it go. It's the best.
It is good. Sometimes you suck it up too far, though.
Do you have any tricks as to like how to fart in bed with somebody when you're sleeping with them every night?
Well, now he just lets them, he just has no shame and just lets them go. But I guess it's like always just like, I mean, I'm sure it's obvious because I feel like whenever I try to hold one in, it's like kind of the squirming, like the butt pit, like you're like squeezing your cheeks together.
Yeah. You just can't do it in bed. The sheets are like a multiplier.
Are they a multiplier?
Well, that's because it's like
Trapped.
his favorite thing to do is like the Dutch oven where you trap it and then you like slowly lift the blanket up and it all comes out.
Oh wait, that's your favorite thing to do. I see Tanner's little
His
sly smile
yeah.
when he does this.
Shit.
Well, I was just gonna say that speaking of squirming, when Jared was here the past couple of days, he was going out to dinner or going to go meet guys, And I was looking at the clock for like 15 straight minutes, watching the seconds tick by so I could like bolt to the bathroom once he left. And I sure did.
Wait, do you fart in front of Jared?
No, but like if we're watching TV or something, I'll just have a blanket over me, and like if I need to fart, then I'll like fart a little.
To answer the question about how
Silence.
to fart in bed silently,
Yeah.
You pull your butt cheeks apart,
Yeah.
as far as you can, and then there won't be a sound. I can't promise there won't be a smell, but there will be no sound.
Yeah, well, the silent
That
ones
really
are always definitely.
It really works every time.
Oh yeah, Jade, you don't know that?
No, I'm gonna try that now.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, there's certain times where like you have really loud farts, like, and then there's times where they're so silent. It just depends on, I guess, what you ate. I don't know.
How tight your butthole is that day.
Anyway, okay, so then, but pooping, do you guys hide it? Do you go into like the upstairs bathroom when nobody's upstairs? How do you do this?
No, I just let it rip.
No poop.
No, that too.
Oh. No, we're so married. Like we poop with the bathroom door open. Like
You
I'll walk.
do?
Yeah, I'll walk in the bathroom and Tanner's taking a poop. It like doesn't faze me. I don't care, and I'll poop with the door open. I'll usually let him know like I'm gonna go poop. It's like an announcement or something. But
Yeah, just so you know, I'm gonna do this. Don't come in or come in, whatever.
That's so funny. So Tanner, you don't see that as a turnoff? Like you'd totally be fine getting her in bed right after the fresh poop was taken.
I don't know about right now.
You let the fire go down a bit.
Yeah. At least like a 30-minute break.
I wouldn't either. If I had known he had just taken a dump, I wouldn't.
Okay, you gotta like let that butthole like rest.
I've
for a
never
second.
thought about it that way.
Really?
Yeah. I've never thought about it that way.
It's so weird that.
I guess I wouldn't like let someone go down on me.
Right.
But I may have sex.
I would just think about it. I'd be like, oh, because men have hairy butts, so like,
It
hairy,
could get tangled up, right? Like a dog.
yeah.
Like
I think about that.
Ew, that makes me want to barf. Speaking of just like gross things and being in a solidified couple, to use my word solidified, when did you guys start having period sex? Is that even a thing? Is that like a gross thing?
Is
to
that too
married guys?
personal?
We do have period sex. Like I don't think we've ever, because when we've never, so this is a personal detail, I've never used birth control when I've been with Tanner. So like it was always kind of like fun that we were like, oh, it's period sex. Like you can come inside me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I feel like when we were first like together, I feel like we looked forward to that.
Mm-hmm.
But now we're married. I feel like we haven't done it in a while. Like,
Yeah, so you haven't had period sex for a while.
I don't think so. Do you remember? But
I don't know. I don't keep a fucking journal.
So Tanner, you don't mind at all? It's just like lubricant.
It's not going to be that bloody. It
no.
can't be that bloody.
Avoid the heavy days.
my period's not that bad. It's always the first day's really heavy, and then after that, it's not bad. So then we just always wait after the first day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Interesting.
very smart.
But you too, Lauren?
Yeah.
Who doesn't mind and who has minded it in your past?
The only person that
Minded was the G. The G.
No, he didn't give a shit.
Oh, really?
Was the B. Was the B.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah. Well, wait, shit. You know that actually I met some woman a couple months ago who only ovulated during her period.
Oh, yeah. Where
Yes.
was that? I feel like I remember her too.
How is that possible?
It was like the last 2 days of her period
Yeah,
when she
and she
started
couldn't
ovulating. She was
figure out
trying
how to
for
get
10
pregnant.
years, and then they figured out that like that's when she was ovulating.
Weird.
I know.
Very weird. I don't even know how that's a science.
She just started very early. Yeah.
All right. So, Jade, Tanner, anything else like really disgusting and TMI that you'd like to discuss about your relationship and how it evolves within marriage and engagement?
I'm sure there is something. I don't know, Jade.
Well, I think I told you this the other day, Ashley, that I thought was really gross. This had to do with farting too, but how Tanner will fart at the dinner table while I'm literally eating. I think that is disgusting.
That's pretty gross.
Yeah.
Like, I will have the taste of food in my mouth, and he will just, like, he pushes it out. He does it on purpose, too. He'll just, like, I'm like, you pushed that far out.
I just think Tanner can do no wrong because he's smiling as he does everything.
I know, but also, like, you two collectively, together, are two people that I both can't picture doing anything wrong.
Yeah, like, you could kill someone, and I'd be like, you guys.
I know. I'd be like, well, I'm sure Jade did it in a very cute, very sensitive way. And then Tanner just was probably too entertaining to watch to get mad at. Also, what about, like, chewing food? Because I always get irritated when I hear somebody chewing food that I have to really love the person in order for it not to annoy me.
Jade always complains about me. I don't feel like I'm that bad. Maybe I am, but she always complains.
Well, it's only with certain foods. Like, earlier he was eating cheese, and there's once the cheese gets, like, mixed into the saliva, it just makes this, like, sound, and I'm like, freaking shut your mouth.
I get it. Cheese and, like, a piece of chocolate, like trying to get the chocolate covered in your entire mouth sort of situation. Yeah. And all over taste.
It's only certain things, but he also drinks milk out of the carton, which drives me nuts.
Interesting.
He'll do it at the table, like, he won't get a glass. But he says he's gonna work on that one.
All right.
Tanner, is there anything that annoys you about Jade and her hygiene?
My hygiene?
Hygiene / like gross habits.
You know, I'm racking my brain. I really want there to be something, but I can't think of anything right now. I know that's a boring answer, but
no,
she's
that's
pretty
a
good.
great answer.
No, that's totally fine, because I don't think there's anything that Jade could ever annoy me by.
We were just having a conversation. I'll give my buddy a shout out. My buddy Alan Ramirez. Look him up. He. So get this. So he, in the middle of the night, he's too lazy to get out of bed. So he has a water bottle next to it that he keeps on his nightstand that he pees into while laying down in the bed.
Oh my
Wait
God.
a second. That brings me to a story of my own. Wait, first off, is he married or does he have a girlfriend?
He's got a live-in girlfriend for a while.
So she doesn't care if he pees into the bottle in bed?
She's still with him, so I guess not.
As long as he dumps it and she doesn't have to dump it for him, then I guess it's okay.
When I was in grad school, I didn't want to go to the bathroom down the long, scary hall, which I was in the dorm during the summer, so it wasn't really safe. I always thought, like, there's only 10 girls and 10 guys living on this floor. So I thought, like, what if there was a psycho killer living in the bathroom stall? So I just wouldn't go to the bathroom overnight. And so I did. I left a Solo cup by my bed, and I used to pee in it at night, and I did it on a couple days a week basis.
Ew.
But think about it. What if I would have been murdered in the dorm bathroom? It was the kind of dorm that this would happen in. Actually, two kids had died in the building that I was staying in within a number of years.
How did they die?
Not murdered. Like, one committed suicide, and then one had, like, meningitis or something.
Because they held their pee in.
Probably. That's funny. All right, well, guys, thank you so much
for
this
your
was
input.
really entertaining.
You know what's weird? I'll tell you this is my mom and my dad, when they were together, as a kid, I never heard my mom fart ever.
Mm-hmm.
No, my mom, I don't think
my mom has ever farted.
Lauren, she has like twice.
Like,
we
maybe
call
when
her
she
out on it,
sneezes, she'll accidentally fart, and I will lose my shit laughing.
Yeah.
Because it's so out of character.
No, my mom would just never poop or fart in front of my dad, and I think my dad tries to do the same with her.
Really? Yeah, I feel like my parents were like that too, but like I feel like I'll probably fart in front of my kids.
Oh, yeah, me too.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
And maybe it's a generational thing. We're just very comfortable. I think that's a millennial thing, is we just kind of let it all out there.
I guess. But
we're
then
not
I always
being
looked at my
proper.
mom, and I thought she was so pretty. I was like, oh, my mom's so pretty and perfect, and she does, she's like, I always was like, she never farts, she never does this.
Yeah, people are going to be like, my mom's disgusting.
We're going to be the least poised parents ever, which is kind of fun, too, because we'll just talk to our kids the way we talk to each other, which I think is a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think so, too.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, guys. We will talk to you soon. Love you so
All right.
much. Bye.
Bye.
Well, that was lovely to hear from Jade and Tanner about pooping and farting. I think that makes me feel a lot better about my future endeavors in letting out gas around other men.
We used to say, I gassed it.
I know, it's the grossest thing ever.
Ugh.
I know mom and dad like thought fart was a bad word. They thought it was the grossest
I'd
thing ever.
I farted like, Lauren, hush your mouth.
Yeah. Gassed it?
I
like
gassed
how
it.
disgusting is that?
I know.
Well, I had an experience this weekend a little bit with having to hold in my gas. So I went to this really nice Italian restaurant with a really nice man. And I ate too much, and I guess I had too much gluten and I had too much dairy. And the entire last 10 minutes of our date, I like couldn't even think straight because I was in so much pain because I was so bloated and my stomach was protruding against my tight leather my tight leather dress.
Pencil skirt.
So, like, what? That's a problem if I can't be myself
It is
from
a problem.
eating.
Well, that's why I don't go out to dinner on dates.
Well, I think you should. We had like a 4-course meal, which
boy.
is a wonderful thing. It's great to have a guy
Yeah,
who
I
like
would just probably wear a
says,
baggier
let's
shirt.
order everything on the menu, and like I'm going to treat you. So great.
Well, that's a whole other podcast
It's a
in
whole
itself.
other
Is that date? That date would be a whole other podcast.
Yeah, we're going to talk about it, and we're going to talk about how awkward first kisses are too soon.
Oh yeah, and how
I mean,
long to
actually,
linger?
not first kisses themselves.
The 90-40s.
It's the 90. It's the 90-10,
90-10s.
Lord. 90-10. That's the whole thing I want to talk about. Is like, do you really only go 10? Does the girl only go 10 according to Hitch? This is what we're supposed to listen to. So I mean, he only went 20, so I skedaddled. I just ran out of the car. Anyway, but yeah, so that is what we're going to talk about in the next podcast. And we will also have a part 2 on the whole farting and poop fiasco because I want to talk to Caitlin and Sean about this. And I also want to talk to JoJo and Jordan. JoJo told me last night, she goes, I will not fart in front of him. She goes, pooping is a little different. Because she said that she pooped in front of him for the first time a couple days ago. Just by accident. She was like sitting on the toilet and she just like went. And she was like, oh my God, I didn't even realize.
Yeah, that can happen.
But she will not fart in front of him. And Jordan is all, Jordan's like, I want you to. I want you to. Which is like so nice.
Like, I love you that much.
Yeah. Oh, it's so cute. All right. Anyway, so we're going to talk to them in a week or two, and we'll do part 2 of the fart and pooping podcast if it's something that you guys seem to like. So, tweet at me. Tell me if you want to hear from those 2 couples in regards to this. And until then, we will see you next Tuesday. And I'm sorry that this was a shorter podcast. Here's the deal, guys. I'm crazy busy during Bachelor season. So in 2-3 weeks, once Bachelor season's over, we will be able to basically spend all our time talking about topics that you guys want us to talk about. So hold tight. We got some awesome podcasts coming your way in a couple weeks.
Love you all. Goodbye.
Love you all. Goodbye.
Podcast.